There's something darkly and deliciously spectral about bats, as if at night they emerge en masse not only from caves, but from our dreams and from our collective unconscious. Flittering through the dark, they certainly spill into our culture. Batman, Batgirl, Batwoman, bats with baby faces in the violet light. Bats with baby faces in the violet light? That is from T.S. Eliot's 1922 masterpiece poem, The Wasteland. And just look what Eliot does with it. A woman drew her long black hair out tight and fiddled whisper music on those strings, and bats with baby faces in the violet light whistled and beat their wings and crawled head downward down a blackened wall, and upside down in air were towers tolling reminiscent bells that kept the hours, and voices singing out of empty cisterns and exhausted wells. And why are the tolling bell towers upside down? The city upside down is a horrific vision that connects to the general all that is solid melts into air apocalypticism and horror of the poem. But why is the city upside down? Because we are viewing the bell towers and the city beyond through bat's eyes, upside down, because bats roost upside down. Suddenly, we, the reader, are in the mind of a bat, seeing the world through bat's eyes as they cling upside down in their roosting. And in a sense, the narrator and reader has become bat, quite the transformation. In other words, bats are out there. But you get a sense they're also inside of us, pouring out of mythology and dreams and the collective unconscious as a sort of flittering, chittering night flight of nocturnal mayhem. And the blurring of self and bat has been around for a very long time, and it is always, always about night. When James Joyce, after finishing his great book of the day, turned his efforts to give voice to nighttime and to dreams, he had to create a language all his own. And in Finnegan's Wake, he writes of the night, "Hawk can't hear with the waters of, the chittering waters of, flittering bats. Field mice, bok-tok, can't hear with a bok of bats. All thin liffing waters of, dark hawks, hear us. Night, night, my head halls, I feel as heavy as yonder stone. Night, now, tell me, elm. Night, night, tell me a tale of stem or stone besides the rivering waters of, the hither and thithering waters of night." And the back of bats and the flittering bats are essential to the whole ambiance and sense of his nocturnal speak, his night speak. And artists have done this all along. One of the great images of the modern nightmare is Goya's "The sleep of reason breeds monsters," and indeed put reason to sleep, and out come the monsters of mind and of life. It can get serious, lose the vigilance of our beautiful, rational minds. Hell is empty, and all the devils are here, and there, in the very center, is the bats. But bats have their allure too, and their power. My favorite bat painting of all time is by the artist Margaret Brundage. She did this cover for the pulp magazine Weird Tales in 1933. 1933, remember, was the bleakest year of the Great Depression, but with covers like this, Weird Tales offered a whole world to escape into. A few years later, Batman would explode on the scene, and then Batgirl and Batwoman. Don't you think this image is a source? The fabulous photographer Steve Rainwater liked Margaret Brundage's Weird Tales cover too. He and his model created this extraordinary image, and yes, bats swim into fashion as well. I also love this ultimate fin de siècle image and femme fatale, dangerous, gorgeous Batgirl by Albert Joseph Penot. So enjoy the tour of bats in art, and happy Halloween to all of you.